Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Matt and welcome to Gran Turismo 7's 1.55 update. It's winding down, that's for sure, but in this update, the big headline news is that we've got 4 brand new cars. The current one that we are driving is the 1987 Honda Civic SI Extra. You can buy it at the used car dealership, I want to say for 86,000 credits. Then, the one that everybody's actually really excited to see, kind of a blast from the past, it is the Gran Turismo F3500-A. It is the early 1990s variant of a Formula One car. The exact model isn't in previous games, but the idea of this early 1990s F1 car definitely is. So a lot of people are very excited over that, and I as well. It is actually the current weekly time trial on Monza, so that's going to be a very exciting one for those participating in that. Then we've got the Hyundai Ioniq 5N, and that was more or less predicted to come, considering that it was going to be offered as a reward for the Nations Cup, I believe, previewed back in like December. So everybody knew that that one was coming. But then finally, last but not least, this one was an interesting choice for quite a few reasons. It is the Toyota C-HRS 2018. I believe this is the first crossover vehicle the Gran Turismo has potentially added ever to any of the Gran Turismo games. And a lot of people were kind of like, okay, just great, like fantastic. Actually, take that back. We've got the Lamborghini Urus, but that's more SUV-ish. But anyway, interesting history with the CHR is that as a lot of people are thinking, oh god, Kaz has gone off the deep end. He is now adding just crossovers to this game. And while that may be true, it actually participated in a 24-hour race of the Nürburgring and has a race spec version of the car. So that's what I'm going to be doing to my poor CHR. It's going to be defaced and completely upgraded to mimic and mirror that race car, because the crossover race car is kind of awesome. Moreover, there have been 2 updates, or rather 2 Sophy AI updates, where you can now race against it in Mount Panorama and on Interlagos, which is awesome. But the one interesting thing that nobody saw coming with this update was that it is yet another physics update. Alright, so look at this thing. This is amazing. Oh, it doesn't even have a transmission. It's just drive. Oh god, this is so weird. Well, 3 events were added. It is World Touring Car 600 at Interlagos, as we're doing right now. And like I said, we did the Japanese FF Challenge 450 at Degna Road Track, and then Kyoto Driving Park at, Sunday Cup at Kyoto Driving Park. But anywho, as far as the balance update that happened here, let me scroll down to that. The physics model update, actually. It turns out that a lot of things were actually updated. Get out of the way, Lambo. So first and foremost, the behavioral model for suspension systems have been adjusted. Doesn't say necessarily how, but this would have been helpful during the Cappuccino Nations Cup, or Nations races, where it was sudden changes in suspension, i.e. going over bumps and whatnot, that created just absolute unexpected side effects. That has been adjusted. And the tire physics simulation model has also been adjusted. So, for example, adjustments have been made on load dependency while quartering. That's kind of Again, it doesn't say necessarily how, but okay, great. The big one, or these next two, is loss of grip on the racing line when it's wet has been reduced. So the rubber line is more grippier in wet situations. Then the impact of dirty tires from falling off the road has been adjusted as well, in the standpoint that the amount of grip loss that you experience has been lessened, and the time for the grip to come back has also been lessened. And I think that is huge, because you'd run off the road just a little bit and it would take like half a lap to get the grip back, and you'd be driving on ice the entire time. When I was racing in downshift racing, going on Grand Valley Highway, I remember that race was just absolutely terrible for me, because you just run a little bit wide and then it's like, okay, just don't have to get any grip anymore. That's just fantastic, you know. Performance for the following cars has been adjusted: Toyota Aqua and Toyota Prius. Great, I guess. And there has been adjustment to the PowerPoint values of various cars. Again, doesn't necessarily which ones. But because of these adjustments, the ranking boards for pretty much any time trial, whether it be circuit experience, whether it be license tests, whether it be missions, all of that has been reset, and the times to complete them have also been reset. If you've already gotten gold in them, I believe you should be good. So you might have like a time where it's like technically half a second now over the gold, but I think they still give you it, which I'm thankful for. Another big one is that the algorithm for wireless controlling and steering has been updated, so you should have better handling whether you're using the left joystick or the directional pad. Again, the handling is much more predictable and much more stable, which again is quite nice, because I don't know, I'd want to say 90 to 95% of Gran Turismo players are on controller, so that's kind of a big deal. Furthermore, traction control assist intervention has been optimized, and cornering braking control for ABS, anti-lock brakes, have also been optimized. So that being said, you can kind of understand why it's taken so long for this update to come out, because it hasn't just been surface value for new cars and extra menu buck, which I'll touch on in a moment. It just is, this has been, you can tell that a lot of time and energy has been put into updating the physics model, and it's not just something that like they fix in a week and then they're like, all right, it's time for the new updates. Tons and tons of play testing, tons of like figuring out, is it worthwhile? Should we actually change this? Like bug testing to make sure that the new physics model doesn't break anything. And for that, I am appreciative. It's, as we all know, it's rather unfortunate that new tracks and, you know, the cars that are being added are as infrequent as they are. And yes, it's not giant brand new Le Mans 24-hour LMDH category cars. Lifney are obviously working on Gran Turismo 8, and I didn't want to have this discussion during this video because it's been obvious. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point with these updates, but everybody keeps on saying, please add these new cars and stuff like that. They're going to be in the new game. I can almost guarantee you that. So asking under every single post that Kaz makes on Twitter and every single Reddit thread is getting kind of annoying. Yeah, we want those cars, but Jesus Christ, they are not going to add them to Gran Turismo 7. This game is pretty much done. So they're working on Gran Turismo 8, and we'll, in a year, probably have a release trailer for it, and then in 2 years, we'll probably be playing them in Gran Turismo 8. So enough of that. The other things that have been added to this update have been... Oh, this is a big one. Change to the lineup of tire stickers for the following cars as we fall off the road. both the Super Formula cars for the 2023, the Honda 2023 and the Toyota 2023 have been updated. The other things that have been added is a brand new extra menu book. It is number 43. For those of you who have been doing the weekly events, daily events, whatever you want to call them, you've been noticing that they have certain themes. So last month was like DTM related, and recently it's been more like Group C related. So, because it's been Group C related, they have this extra menu book where it is Group C cars. So extra menu book number 43, which is collector level 48, is going to be Mazda 787B. We've got the Porsche from that era, and then we've also got the Mercedes Sauber, which is a very legendary lineup, but since this game has been out for nearly 3 years at this point, if you haven't already collected those cars, it's kind of on you. It's just like I've collected all these cars probably over a year ago now. So it's whenever the extra menu books come out, it's never of like, you know, the cars that have been just added to the game. It's always like cars that we've all had collectively for a while. So it is what it is, but as far as this update goes, I'm glad, like I've said previously, I'm glad that the game is still being updated, because it just means that there's enough going on where Polyphony feels like this game is still worthwhile to continue working on. You know, we all know that Gran Turismo 8 is in production, or the next Gran Turismo game, and it's been notated. But the fact that this game's still being worked on is kind of nice. It's not dead, it's quite active. It's probably the most active it has ever been at this point, with all sorts of just the online modes, the Nations Cups. I really like all of that. It adds an extra flavor that I don't think many racing games have really touched on, like Nations Cups, Manufacturer Cups, these big, large-scale, worldwide cups. I imagine iRacing does. Nope, here we are getting passed by the Ionic. So again, Polyphony, thank you for another free. Again, these updates have all been free. So Polyphony, thanks again for more free updates. I appreciate them. I don't know about you guys, I like them. It's been nice to be able to come back to this game on a monthly basis. I've been kind of grinding with a second account, so being able to, you know, get out of that and be able to do other things it's been kind of fun. I didn't even touch on the engine swaps. The list of the engine swaps has been actually kind of funny. There are like engines that shouldn't go into the R5 Turbo and the Renault 8 Gordini that are definitely going in them. But you can read up on those if you're really interested. So again, thanks Polyphony for more updates. If you guys enjoyed this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below what your favorite aspects of the update is, other than Formula Car, because we know that's going to be the answer. It's a really fun car. It's light and it's fast, and anyway. So leave your comments and thoughts and everything down in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.